I'm Terry Hutchins, Justin Albers, Nolan Blair, in our cute little Fox Sports shirts.
The flag finally arrived.
Got the Fox flag. It's all good. We're here at Hoosier Hysteria. It was the first impressions for a lot of us to actually see the team play. Who stood out for you in the scrimmage?
I thought Devin Davis, Stanford Robinson, a couple freshmen. I would have liked to see Noah Vonleh and Troy Williams. Those are the kind of the top-rated guys in the class. We didn't get to see either one of those, unfortunately. But Devin Davis and Stan Robinson, to me, are two guys that could step in and play immediately. Robinson, especially, he got hurt, injured his knee right at the end of that. But really pushes the ball down court, can play the point and the two. Devin Davis, very athletic, won the dunk contest, can play a lot of different positions, defend a lot of different positions, rebound. So I think those two guys stood out especially, and then Jeremy Hollowell being really aggressive. We heard on Wednesday night at Tom Crean's speech that he'd been the guy that took the most shots and scored the most points in practice, and we kind of saw why today. So I think he could be a guy that scores for you more than he did last year, a guy that really contributes. So I'd say Davis, Robinson, and then Hollowell, the three guys that impressed me the most.
Crean talked about it in his little post-game remarks, but, you got Fisher, who'll probably still be out a couple of weeks. Troy Williams coming back next week, he said. Now Stan Robinson. This is not a group right now that really can afford to have these guys missing that much time. And is that a concern?
Yeah, I mean, I think it definitely is because, like he mentioned, you have the 6 freshmen, you have a couple of walk-ons, and then you have the 3 sophomores that really didn't play that much in Hollowell, Mascara, Perea, and Jerkin. So, I mean, you have a very young team, effectively 11 freshmen if you include those sophomores that didn't play all that much last year. So it's a concern. You'd like to get those back. It's good to know that Troy is going to be back next week. Fisher sounds a little bit more serious, said a few more weeks, and they said a few weeks to begin with. So we'll see on Robinson. They think it's just a bruise, but you'd like to have all these guys participating, especially, I mean, we're a week into practice now. This is kind of critical time for all these guys.
One guy I think a lot of IU fans probably were keeping an eye on tonight was Hunter Mascara Perea. I thought he was really active, running the floor, did some good things. What were your impressions of Mascara Perea?
First, I was surprised he didn't win the dunk contest because he owned the first 2 rounds, and Devin Davis held his own and actually won in the final round. But yeah, Hunter, he really took a lot from the offseason in this first week of practice. I really thought he was holding his own out there, getting some good rebounds. Really, he's a strong force, and you saw he was dunking it. He's going to be a key, I think, this year for IU, because I know after in the Crean out there was talking about the length that IU has this year and how important that's going to be. And Hunter is definitely one of the players who has length. So IU is going to need him to play big on defense, and we kind of saw that tonight.
Justin alluded to it at the beginning. I think, probably the biggest disappointment tonight was the fact that Vonleh doesn't play, because I think there was a lot of anticipation and I think a lot of people really want to see what he's going to bring and the different element. Troy Williams too. I think Indiana fans got a taste tonight, but really not a full taste by any stretch.
Well, the thing with Vonleh too, he did participate in the 3-point shootout, and what I noticed there was he really altered his shot from high school. I mean, he's almost shooting a one-handed shot with the right hand, and that wasn't at all how he shot it in high school. So I think, and Crean talked Wednesday night about changing Colin Hartman's shot. I think that's kind of the process they're going through with a lot of these freshmen now, breaking some of the old habits, as Crean would like to say, and trying to form these new shots, correct things in their form. Just really make them better shooters. So we did get to see that from Vonleh, but obviously we'd like to see the athleticism and everything else that he could bring this year.
Check out our coverage tonight from Hoosier Hysteria. We'll have 2 or 3 things tonight. In the morning, we'll have a full Hoosier game day package for the Indiana-Penn State game tomorrow and bring you tons of coverage on that on Saturday night. Thanks for joining us from Hoosier Hysteria. We'll see you next time.